Yeah, arrived in Sardinia and I'm pretty excited by what is next to me right now. This is a full lineup of Tenere 700, so it's a full rally adventure bike. Bring on the next few days. Getting dark here, but introducing my ride for the week. Oh yeah! It is morning one and it's absolutely gorgeous sunrise this morning. We are loading up the bikes, kitting up, having breakfast, and then we've got about 290 kilometers today. It is our lowest off-road day, so we've got about 45k in the dirt, and then lots of beautiful twisties. I'm starting to feel a little bit nervous, but really excited. It's gonna be good. Gotta just take it as it comes and get used to the Tenere. Support truck is getting loaded up. All of our waterproof overnight bags are in there, and then the crew is assembling. Oh my goodness, that was absolutely blinking incredible. So we've done morning one and we were pretty much going from like on-road, off-road, off-road, on-road, buzzing about, and it was pretty sandy, it was wet, it was slippy, you were powering out of corners and your back end was going all over the place. I have very, very good first impressions of the Tenere 700. I'm not going to tell you too much more at this point because I want to get to know it a little bit more, but it's definitely a positive one. And now it's time for coffee. So I think this is one of those trips where I'm going to say wow a lot. So this is a dirt road, we've been riding along, twist along the coastline, and then that is what we're riding next to. We are now parked up in the most epic location for a little off-road training. Luca is going to be giving us some training. Right now he's doing it in Italian, so don't worry, I'm not just being really rude talking to you when he's trying to teach me. He'll do it in English in a minute. But what a spot for some off-road training. Woo! We are about to do a technical hill climb, ramping up the training. Over there in the background, woo! You can see the hill. Pretty amazing place to do some skill training. Look at the coast behind. Windswept and smiles. That was an epic day one. Morning! I think we're going to get wet today. Right now it's pretty spectacular. But the rain is inbound. We're gonna get wet, which means we're gonna be slippery and have a load of fun. Oh my goodness, we've just done probably 2 hours of constant twisty coastline, and that was absolutely incredible. I was sat on Luca's back wheel. He is the tour leader on this Expedition Master, and I am learning so much. Just having someone in front of you who is an incredible rider makes sure that you're in the right place for every corner. And there were a couple of like straights where we were hammering it down, and there was a corner coming, and my instinct was, I want to brake, but I just trusted Luca knew the speed and the corners, and I stuck to his wheel, and yeah, sure enough, gosh, it's incredible development, and I just feel like this is going to help so much with my riding. Okay, we are at Natural Heritage Site, biggest archway. What? How cool is that? We have just arrived at a salt flat where we are supposed to be doing some power turn and brake turning practice. However, it's looking like it's quite wet, so Luke is out there testing whether we're allowed to. Fingers crossed. Sadly, it's a no. It's pretty lethal slippery, even underfoot. It's a bit dangerous on a big bike, so we will ride on. We hit a little bit of mud, and unfortunately we had two bikes slip and slide. This is a typical Sardinian fishing town. It's really cute. It's got crazy hair, and there is a lightning storm out on the horizon. So hopefully it's not going to catch us. We're about to go across a ford, not the car, it's a water crossing. It doesn't look very busy with water, so it should be fine. Yeah, I am wet now. We have made it just in time as the rain is hitting. 13 bikes, 13 riders safe, so I'd say that's a pretty successful day. So last night in our road theory session, we were learning all about the correct use of your front and back brake through road cornering. We are about to do first road of the day, a mega twisty Sardinian fun, and we're going to be putting it into practice. So going through all the theory in my head, and hopefully my brain is going to translate it to my body and to the bike, and yeah, it's going to up my road spec. Some pretty sick terrain. There's a tree behind, and it was kind of fire tracky, but with loads of rocks and ruts and insane views and drop-offs. That was beautiful. It really is impressive how capable the Tenere is, both on and off the road. It just seems to suck it all up and has a beautiful power delivery, which just inspires quite a lot of confidence actually. It's a very small big bike, if that even makes sense. Oof. It's windy, but there's some amazing views. What do you do on a bike tour in Sardinia? You go in a mine. Of course. Looks pretty dark in there. Yeah, rocking the blue hairnet. Apparently you need a hairnet to go in a mine these days. Okay, so this isn't actually a mine. It is more like a transportation tunnel. So over here, pops out at the ocean, and they used to use the tunnel with electric little trains to transport the minerals from inland out onto the massive ships to distribute it globally. Wow, that was pretty incredible. Gosh, it's bright coming out. Woo! Back out into daylight. Wow, what a place. Now it's time to get back on the bikes. Such amazing roads. We are now on the south side of the island and we are on the coast, as you can see by the seaside behind me. It's time for some lunch. Okay, it's off-road camp and we are learning how to pick up the monster bike on our own, because if you crash, you got to be able to pick it up.
First, big face. Legs.
Yeah. Oh, what, ready?
Yeah! Yes, we're going to be positive. We've got this. It's a really big bike.
Remember.
All in the legs.
Yeah. Only on legs. Come on!
Bravo! Woo! It's about to get technical. In all the excitement for that, I forgot to turn the GoPro on. But I made it up and I was actually really technical. I feel bad. So I forgot to put the GoPro on. So Luca went back up with the GoPro and then he hit his ankle. I'm in trouble now.
He's in trouble.
what a day. We have done loads of road. Not so much off-road, but the off-road we have done has been pretty technical, including the climb. Poor Luca has sprained his ankle. He's all strapped up. But I think overall, I am definitely progressing. I'm definitely learning. And there's a car behind me trying to go past. Let's let him past as I talk to the camera. With the Tenere 700, I'd kind of describe it like the manufacturers have all gone bigger engines, more technology, more power, and Yamaha have gone, actually, what do you need on an adventure rally bike? Let's give you that and do it really, really well and get rid of all of this other stuff. So suspension, I think is absolutely superb. It sucks everything up. It's beautiful and smooth and pulls around all the corners. The power, you got 74 brake horsepower. At first I did actually think that maybe I would have liked a little bit more power, but once you start going on-road, off-road, off-road, on-road, you realise that actually it's the perfect amount because it's got all the power that you need to have a lot of fun, but not so much power that when you get off-road and you end up in some really quite technical rutty terrain, it hasn't got that bite that can get you in trouble. It's just a little bit softer, a little bit smoother, but not underpowered. I want to emphasize that. It's just not overpowered, maybe. I think it's the perfect compromise for all terrain, and it is designed for all terrain. You've then got the weight of the bike, and without all of that fancy technology, you've got a lot less weight on there compared to the other rivals. And what I really like is that it's about you riding the bike. It's not some fancy high technology machine that's going to do it all for you. You're going to ride it. It does exactly what it needs to do to go on a really darn good adventure. I kind of feel like some kind of Juliet on a balcony. Breakfast time to refuel and get ready for another day's riding. We've got an awesome little bag on the back of our Teneres, which means that we can have our waterproof, some water, camera equipment, etc. on the back whilst we're riding, and you really can't tell it's there. It's brilliant. It's waterproof. I realised that seat height on these big adventure bikes is quite a common one, and this guy is 880 millimetres high. So for me, I can touch the ground on both sides. I'm not flat-footed, but you know, how often do you actually need to be flat-footed on a bike? Once you're riding along, it's very stable, very balanced, super comfortable, so I'm not really worried. I think it's ideal height. I'm 169 centimetres, just so you all know. That's the bike, by the way. Beans has been absolutely fantastic today. All of the road training that we've been doing, as far as your body weight, your position of your hips, your shoulders, the use of the back brake, front brake, combination of the brakes and cornering, I feel like today it's starting to really dial in. And what's incredible is a corner just becomes really effortless and so smooth. I haven't had a single moment where I've been going a little bit too fast, because I've just got control of the bike. I'm gripped on and it feels beautiful. It's really satisfying. I really want to do my first track day now. I'm gonna have to figure out getting on a track and seeing if I can get one of these bad boys anywhere near the ground. It's very exciting progression that I'm very grateful for Dainese and the instruction that we've had out here, basically. Okay, one of my things I don't like about this bike is that every time you want to be in ABS off to go off-road, you have to change it on here every single time. It doesn't remember what setting you're on, and that's annoying. biker down in the Ford. Thankfully, both bike and rider are okay, and the GoPro was running, so hopefully you're about to see that clip. Whoa! We are playing water crossings. I got a little bit wet from just the spray, not from falling in. And we're about to have a double splash. We are doing a forest picnic lunch. It's amazing. Sun's out. It's gorgeous. And we got good food. It is so gorgeous here. So I'm just doing a little bit of a video with Marco, and I kind of wanted to show you where I am. It's a riverbed, but there's no river right now. Oh, there's a lizard. There's a lizard, not a river. But can you hear the sound of the cowbells in the background? It's just one of those moments that's really magical. And the trip's nearly over, sadly. Final day lunchtime. And I'm feeling really grateful for the experience out here. Yeah. That was pretty awesome. We had hairpin bends all the way down from the top, off-road in flat gravel, and I gotta say, I don't feel like I'm getting any better on the flat stuff. It's like loose gravel, more practice needed. Got the bike, got the right tool, I just need the skill. Right, end of the day. Pretty exhausting, long day. But unfortunately, COVID is doing what COVID does best, and the UK have put Italy on the quarantine list, which means I've got to get myself back to England rapid. Which means I've got another 190k to do now at the end of a rather long, hang on, how long? We've done 150 already. I've got to do another miles, that is, and I've got to do 190k, which is like 100 something miles. And I've got a flight tomorrow morning. So I want to say a huge thank you to the Dainese team. While I've been riding today, they have figured out flights to get me back to England before 14-day quarantine comes in. Oh my goodness, that was insane. So, because of COVID, we had to make it. I had to make it to an airport early. So I've ridden back up towards the airport with two of the guys, and 190 kilometers in the dark, twisties. That was the most insane riding I've ever done. I can confirm, but not because I did it, obviously, that those bikes will go 197 kilometers per hour. That was crazy, absolutely crazy. These two guys, who you can't see because it's so dark behind me, are just insane riders. But what I can confirm is that I would not have managed that ride at the energy that we did it, because obviously we didn't speed, if I hadn't just done the Dainese Expedition Master training. I have learned so much this week that enabled me to do what we just did, and blimey, I'm buzzing. It is time for a large glass of wine, and then I'm flying That is a wrap for me here in Sardinia. I'm Vanessa, bike out with Dainese Expedition Masters. Make sure you hit subscribe. Thanks for watching.